Okay. Welcome, my loves. This is a special episode of The Story Behind the Story, Red Thread Publishing's intimate conversations with lady authors around the world. For the next couple of weeks, we are inviting all these feisty authors, these women who have contributed to our new collaborative book, Feisty. Today, we're joined by Poet Khan. If you don't already know that she is made out of fire and soul, you are about to know. So my darling, welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. I'm so glad that you're contributing to our book, Feisty. And bring it, girl. Welcome.
Bring it. So grateful to be here. I was introduced to you by an amazing poet who has blessed and graced my life, Miss Stacy Dyson. She has just been a light to me, and everything she's brought to me has been a light to me, including this opportunity. It fell in my lap at a time where I had experienced the greatest heartache. Me realizing that my mother was toxic for me, and making the decision to move forward without her in my life. And not even out of anger and not cussing and just silence, just remove myself, because I've given so much energy there. It's not seen, it's not appreciated. So anyway, having the opportunity to express it when it came, I can't even, it was the writer gods, because they do exist and they love us, and yeah, so I'm a single mother. No co-parenting, just me. They are not involved at all for whatever reason. You have to read the book to find out. But
right, no spoiler alerts.
Right. I spent so much time focusing on what I'm not doing that I didn't see that I had something to offer someone, to encourage them as far as motherhood. And a poet in my community brought that to my attention right as this was handed to me also. So I was like, okay, Lord, I'm gonna talk about it. Let's go, And it was painful, as as it usually is, but it was purging. It was necessary, because the mother is she's mother nature. She's mother all. The mother, and when the mother is broken, she if that's what she has, then that's what she gives. And
Right.
Get into a place of understanding why we're broken, how we're broken, and healing. It's just so, there's so many layers to that. And I realize how so many people miss the opportunity in their lives. The mother doesn't take the time or carve out the time to say, hey, I need to heal. I need to get me believing in joy and hope again, so that I can give that to the ones around me. I need to get in a place where I can receive love so I can give love. And I started to see in my journey with my boys, my bitterness, my, my disconnect. At some point I realized, especially with my oldest, his heart is after mine. Like the child is taught to love from the mom. If a child had to draw love, it would look like the mom, and realizing that with my oldest, I positioning myself from a place of, he loves me. Don't question his love. Don't make him prove his love. His love is there. and we're just trying to find ways to communicate it to each other, but it's there. If I'm not understanding it, don't start, well, you don't hug me. Well,
And
you
kids
don't.
do this, right? Kids know how to do this so much better than most living adults.
Oh man, they're just ready to love. That's why in the Bible, it says to come with the heart of a child, because the child is they just want to love.
And they know how to cuss you out when they're unhappy too, which I really appreciate.
I mean,
Right?
you need that.
Because there's so much sincerity in that.
Yeah, totally.
There's so much sincerity, and I'm like you, I am a solo mom, and learning how to communicate without communicating through the bitterness and the anger and communicating all of the side shit.
Exactly.
Just communicate the thing that is. I look to my 6-year-old and I'm like, whatever you just did, I need to figure out how to do that, because somewhere along the line, I lost it. And when I speak, I'm not saying what I mean, but my girl knows how to say what she means.
Oh, man.
On both sides of the spectrum, right? That pure love and that pure, you just made,
Mom,
you just pissed me off.
That's not cool, Mom. That's not cool.
Just straight up, and I love it.
And you have to make room for that as the mom,
I want to work.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. You have to make room for them to have an opinion, for them to be, hey, Mom, this is how I feel. I'm a person. I'm not just your, it doesn't just dump. It actually comes back. You know what I mean? Like,
absolutely.
And I didn't have that with my mom. My mom, even as a grown up, I told her what she could handle. I couldn't sit with her and be like, Mom, but this is how I feel. Like, this is how I feel. I do that with my boys.
To learn that for yourself.
And I found sometimes being resentful with them because they had that and I didn't. And just be honest, I had to heal that too, that it's not their fault. It's nobody's fault. They just came here to love me. So let's just make space for them to do that, Yeah.
I want to shift us. And if it's not evident, you are word wise, you are heart wise, you are a poet. Tell us how you self-identify, how you show up in the world, and what you bring and have to offer. And then I want to talk about the process, your process and experience in writing.
Well, I'm Poet Khan, Poet Khan Rossfire. That's me. I represent women like me, single moms that got the nerve to dream, got the nerve to dream big, got the nerve to dream red carpet. My dream is to be able to take care of my kids from home based off my pen, living well, living luxury. Yeah. And I'll be honest, some days it's, but I have to fill my cup back up with hope, because if I fill it with pain and discouragement, it'll tear me down to nothing. Because feeling like you can't do what you need to do for your kids, that's there's no strokes on the keyboard for that. That's a horrible feeling. But I believe with everything in me, because the Bible says that my talent will make way for me, and it has. And I'm now getting into the place of monetizing my talent. It was always for the love. I host open mics, a few different open mics. I'm just, I'm all about us healing through our words. That's always been the point. And now I'm learning that I'm a business, that I'm the event, that, I have to promote myself that way. It's hard. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's hard taking me serious. It's hard trying to put a price on me, and what's my worth. And dealing with these promoters and trying to, get past how pretty I am and can we talk business, where I don't really know how to talk business. I don't really know how to stand up for myself, which is why I lean so hard on the pen. The pen is where I'm confident. Yeah. So I'm so grateful for poetry because it saved my life. I know so many people say that, and I'm sure they mean it. My family is the poet community, literally. My mama Stacy, she's my guardian angel, my poet mama, literally. My Kim Lynn, that's my sister. And I literally had to take that up because I kept running back to what hurt and what I thought was love, because that's family. Well, at least I have a mom. I don't have nothing else, but I got a mom. And then I realized how much that really was, And because I didn't find the value in my community, I kept running back to hurt and what I thought I knew was love,
Yeah.
So I really, this year, I'm really just taking flight with that, with the people that I've met along this journey that know me for who I want to be, who I'm striving to be, who see me in that light, who can pour into me on times when I don't see it, because sometimes I don't. It gets dark, it gets real like, all right. You want a Range Rover, huh? Sitting in this 05 Toyota Corolla Camry, you got the nerve to dream. But I tell you what, I just came to the realization that you die when you stop dreaming.
Yeah.
Even if your heart's still beating. If you don't have a means of what you want to create out of the next few seconds that are coming to you constantly, you might as well just sit in your room all day. And I was doing that for a while. I'm sober.
We do, right?
Yeah.
We all do. Before we even hit record on this, we were just owning it, that it's not all glamorous.
No.
It's not all the top of the mountain.
Right. It's climbing and it's rocks
there's a
flying
lot
in your face.
between. And
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I don't mean to overtalk.
I think we're perfect. We're good.
Okay.
I feel like you've already answered the question, but I can't help but ask it. The book is called Feisty. And so why, in your opinion, your vision of the world, your take, why does the world need women imbued with feistiness?
Number one, the sisterhood is intentional. I've had to learn that. We have to swim, fight. We have to make a point for a sisterhood. And I feel like that's what the book is. It's a bunch of women sitting around that have come together, have brought their good and their bad to share with each other. And I need you to hold me right here. And I'm going to hold you right here. And we're all going to hold each other while we express our truths. That in a nutshell is what it is to me. An opportunity to lean on another woman, and because I need to, realizing that, admitting that I need you. I need my sisters. I need women that believe in me and see me. Even more so women that I can come and be like, but this hurts. Do you understand? Have you ever been through this? And even if they haven't, which has been my experience, so many of the awesome ladies have reached out to me just wanting to, I'm here if you want to talk. I'm having a talk with Miss Mimi like tomorrow. She just wanted to she's just being intentional with sisterhood, just opening up that I'm here for you. And that is the forefront of it, but also to share my story. And we all are sharing our story, I'm grateful I have a place to come and share this story. I never thought I would put this on paper. This is the last thing I would have thought I would write about, about my experience as motherhood. As a mom, I've been a mom over a decade, you know, and I just throw me out the door, you know. I've swam through. I had to sit and just really look at this last decade of what I've been through. You know, and yeah, and all of it. I've sacrificed a lot to be a mom, which we do. But you know, you kind of get in this, you know, and you're not really realizing what you're going through. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's what this was. It gave me an opportunity to just be like, wow, I really went through that. You know, and thank goodness I have some women here to hold me up while I'm just naked, vulnerable. Like, this is my biggest accomplishment, my greatest mistake. My kids aren't, but just, you know, you always hope that they come back and want to help and be a part. And then some point you realize why they can't, that they're just really in a bad space. Allowing joy to wash through that bitterness of those nights when you were alone, when your lights got cut off, when you just really needed help and didn't have it. So yeah, it was the sisterhood, and then giving me a chance to just not even pat on the back, but hold me, you know, like, damn, baby, you've been swimming in the ocean. You know, we got spit out the whale and kept going. I'm about have a wine glass, you know. Sit down for a minute. Yeah, that's what it was.
And this is why I love this container, because the sisterhood gets, it's instantaneous, right? And it's what we used to do in private, what I used to do with Women in Circle in private, now we're doing on the page, and you get to do all of this for yourself amongst this community of women, and now it's in the world. And you know, the leaning on each other that you mentioned, when people read this, they can find someone to lean on in your story, right? And that sisterhood becomes the ripple impact of that single drop, your story, you know, that one chapter, that snippet of existence, powerful and epic, then ripples, and we'll never know the impact beyond your own experience. And maybe the few, you know, somebody says, I read your chapter and here's what it meant to me. Sure. But it just keeps going, you know.
It's beautiful. Yeah.
And that's why for me, putting things into a book, it does this healing process for the woman herself, the community that she experiences it with, and then infinite, like it just goes on forever after that. And that infinite
Continuous
piece,
healing.
I used to feel like it was impossible, that it was too hard to reach more than, you know, the neighbor. But here we have this story that is going to be picked up by hundreds of hands and change lives,
amazing.
you know.
That's amazing. I'm so absolutely grateful. It's a great way to start off my year. Some healing for me. You know, I want to share what's about to happen in my life with my mom. I see me doing all these things I've always wanted to do, and all I wanted to do was look back and be like, Mom, did you see me? You know, she was too broken to celebrate me when my books published last year. It was just, it's a long story. But so I have to learn to enjoy my accomplishments and share my accomplishments with my sisters, and find that all that I need in that, you know, there's no lacking in that. You know what I mean?
I do.
Because they are excited for me and I'm excited for them, you know, and we're just gonna be excited for each other. There's no reason to run to pain, you know. Yeah. So I'm so grateful. I just really don't have words.
I want you, and you know, I recognize that this is being recorded and other people are going to hear this, but I want you to know that your showing up has such an impact on so many people beyond your knowing, right?
Yeah.
What you have this skill and this talent, and when you share your story, there are no words for what happens for people in people's hearts.
Right.
And so I'm equally grateful that you're here with us sharing your story, because it's beyond what I could even fathom.
Yeah. With so many of us women, the mother is so important. The mother is so important. And, you know, we give when we don't even have it. We give from nothing. You know, we go and just make something out of pure thin air. And you know, to celebrate the mother, the woman is for me, it's such an honor. It's such an honor. And I know people have, you know, certain people have stories, and artists that I love have carried me. Of course, they don't know, you know, me watching them take ownership of who they are, good and bad. And that's what this was for me. Because I realized that's what a queen is. The queen takes her whole self to the throne, her whole self. The things she's, you know, she knows where she's needs to improve, and she knows what she's good at, and she knows where she's done wrong and where she could have done better, but she knows how to love people, you know. That so that's what this was, just taking up the parts of me that I would have never talked about that. That ain't none of me. No, I took it up, and you know, yeah, this is me. And it's a little sticky and, you know, mushy and got some boogers on it. But this part is me as well. You know, this is me. And I'm okay with it. I'm learning to be okay with the whole story, you know, the whole story of me. Yeah. So
For me,
I
I
put
think
it
that
in
answers the
3,000
question,
words. Huh?
right? That's feisty.
That's feisty. That is feisty in itself. Yeah. Just standing up for yourself, you know. My story
As
has,
yourself, no bullshit. Yeah.
right. Yeah. My story has, you know, and so let me present me. That's a feisty move in itself. That's feisty in itself. Hmm.
So if you haven't already ordered a copy of this damn book, you are going to click the link below. You are going to seek out Poet Khan's chapter among all the other stories. You are going to read it, and you are going to know what the hell we have been talking about. Thank you so much for tuning in, Poet Khan. Thank you for being here, for sharing, for digging it up, for picking up the pieces, all of the above. And tune in next time for another author interview. We've got a bunch of women sharing more about the experience, the process, as well as what it is they left on the page. Thank you, my dear, for being here. Talk to you all soon.